Hey, Billy Dope. Billy the fucking Dope. Can women forget Mr. Nice Guy persona? Hey, I'm really having a difficult reading today. All right, big fan from Lithuania. That's another one on the list that I got to get to. You're a great comedian. It would be great if you ever decided to do your stand-up here in the Baltics. That will happen at some point in my career. Hopefully sooner rather than later. All right, the guy says, I got this dilemma. Can a woman forget your past as a nice guy? One of my former classmates is coming back to my hometown on summer vacation for a few weeks, and let's say I'd like to get intimate with her while she's here. Now, the thing is, when we were still in school, I had a mad crush on this girl for years. However, shit didn't work out because I didn't know how the life works, how the females work, and also I was a little bitch, Mr. Nice Guy. I'd beat my younger self if that was possible. All right, you're doing some good therapy here. But over the years that I've spent in our capital city, I can safely say that my view and attitude towards females and masculinity has changed significantly. What do you think? Can a woman brush off the image of a nice guy, or are you forever marked with the certain character traits in her eyes? Yeah, I think you're kind of fucked. Just put it this way, like, take like the actor that played like Urkel or something like that. It's like you typecast, you know? And Urkel could literally become an army fucking ranger and then leave the military, and when he went to go do a fucking action movie, they'd be, fucking Urkel, give me a fucking break, right? It just... The problem is, what you got to do, look, you always got to take a bat. What you're going to have to do when you get up there is you're going to have to crowd the plate. No, I'm kidding. You're going to have to be significantly different to raise any sort of intrigue in her. You know what I mean? Because she probably just wants to meet up with you, have a couple of ciders or whatever those drinks women have when they know that they're not going to fuck you, one of those fucking, I want to feel warm. They have that stupid sweater that covers their hands too, and they drink it with both hands out of a mug, and it's just fucking over, right? They're like, hitting more on the waiter than they don't even listen to you. You're going to have to, I don't know what you got to do. Go buy yourself a Raiders of the Lost Ark leather jacket. You got to try to come in and act like you've been fucking doing, so this is the thing. This is what's going to fuck you, is you want this woman too bad. All right? You got to not give a fuck. Don't be a dick, but just go in there and just, hey, what's going on? What have you been up to? And then talk up some of the shit you're doing. I don't know, look at your phone. This broad, she's driving me crazy. I got the ladies all over me. I don't know, dude, I don't know what to tell you on this one. Once you're typecast, it's fucking over, dude. You got to go behind the camera here. You got to start directing or some shit, because I don't know what to tell you. This is what I would do. Just know this. Going into it, you're fucked. All right? So there's no pressure. Who gives a shit? And, I don't know, make her laugh and just tell her, I always had a crush on you, but I used to be a bitch, but I'm not a bitch anymore. So what do you say? What do you say you come over here and jump on my fucking... No, you can't go that way. But, yeah, I would... Yeah, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Maybe that's it. Just trash your former self. Yeah, I used to be a bitch, I don't know how to do it, dude. You know what? You stumped me. Somewhere in there. I think the whole not giving a fuck and then trashing your former self... and then just telling her that you had a crush on her. Who knows, dude? Maybe, I don't know. There's a chance maybe she liked you back then, or, I don't know. Women got that thing, though, dude. Once you're the fucking friend, it's over, dude. It's over. You're fucking, the lovely Nia. Nia, we need you. Me and this guy from Lithuania. I'll tell you really quickly. Grab one of those cords. All right, Jesus. All right, as you're plugging in, I'll tell you. This guy basically in Lithuania, he used to be a bitch he used to be Mr. Nice Guy. So he didn't get any of the nice, as Tracy Morgan would say, right? So he, whatever, he had a crush on this chick, and she got put in the friend zone, as Chris Rock would say. I'm just going to quote every black comedian here. And you plugged in? There we go. And you're putting the windscreen on. And it's really loud and annoying to the listeners.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody.
Go. The lovely Nia, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, so basically, he had a crush on this girl. He was a nice guy. He got put in the friend zone. And now she's coming back to town. He's now lived in the city. He understands the male-female dynamic better.
Okay.
And the way he's wording this, he's been doing all right for himself. But he still wants to bang this woman. His question is, once you're in the friend zone like that, is it possible to get out of it?
Absolutely.
It is? Oh, wow. Okay, because I was going like, I don't know. I was saying you're like typecast. You're like Urkel. And now you want to be the star of an action movie.
You know, but yeah, no, I think you can, but it's all predicated on your behavior. Like, you don't gotta all of a sudden start acting like an aloof jerk or anything like that.
So I told him to buy a Raiders of the Lost Ark waist-length leather jacket, maybe get a hat. Is that...
and a whip?
Yeah. Is that bad?
I just think maybe you're a little less available, perhaps. You know, it can be a thing where she'll come to town and be like, "Oh my God, let's go here and and I want to do this and oh yeah, definitely. Well, let me know when you're around. Yeah, maybe we can grab a drink or something. Keep it cash, and don't go in there like, so I've been fucking a lot of broads since you left." Not like that, but just as she's talking about her life. You talk about your life. Yeah, I've been seeing some girls here and there. I don't know, nothing too serious, but I've been having my fun. But anyway, what's going on with you? You look good. Like that. Like
Nia. Bam. That was good.
Oh, were you enjoying that just then? That little interaction?
No, I enjoying the advice.
Yeah, okay.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was I was stammering. I was like, you might have to just fucking. I said, your best thing you got going is you got no shot. So just don't give a fuck and just go in there and just be like.
But I think that's also true too. You have to not give. You can't go into it with expectations of anything.
Yeah, you either fuck or you don't.
I think you just be normal, be a friend like you have been. But I think I have a friend who often gets friend zoned, and I'm always telling him that he needs to make himself less available because he always makes himself available.
What does that do psychologically to women
always
when you're less available? Because I have my theory, and I know it'll be considered sexist, so I'll listen to yours
I
instead.
think it's the same with men and women. If you're less available, like the people want you more. I think that's just how life is. People like the hunt. I think men like the hunt a little more. So I think you should
I never liked the hunt.
Really?
If someone was like a fan, I'd be like, oh, hey, I'd be like, fuck.
You're not a hunter?
I was like,
you're more of a gatherer.
No, I was just more like, I hated when women played hard to get. It was it got so boring so fucking fast. I was just like, I can fucking... I'll just go rub one out. And then I'll go watch a game. And then something, then you're not worth the fucking trouble.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just always found that because I remember when I would just start to walk away and then these girls would be like, no, you're supposed to blah, 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 blah. I was like, I didn't get the script. Am I in like some fucking awful play right now?
Right.
I walked away from a lot. My number could have been so much higher. I should have chased. I didn't chase. I just tapped out. I'd be like, all right, yeah, if you don't want to. I understand. I wouldn't fuck me either.
Oh, honey.
All right. Oh, no, don't say that about yourself. People like you. All right. Weed, pussy, or nothing. Jesus Christ. Pushing all the chips in. This is the World Series of Poker. All right. Hey there, Billy Boy. I'm a new listener to your podcast, but a longtime fan of your stand-up. I was wondering if you could help me out with a dilemma I'm facing. So my weed dealer put the moves on me my last time I was at her place. Nothing came of it, but I could tell she was trying to get me to fuck her. Until now, I thought it was weird that she began to sell me pot for practically nothing. Wow. She's cool, and I've hung out with her at her place many times to just smoke weed. Just as well, I'm single, so I have no problem getting some strange pussy that falls into my lap. The problem is that she's a very heavy broad and completely unattractive. Oh, Jesus. But she sells the best weed in the area. Dude, this has all the makings of the great first 10 pages of a script. We've established who the characters are.
Oh,
and now,
I'm
we've
sure
got
this story
the problem.
will go super far with this premise.
Oh God! You know what? You know what I love? You know what I love?
I just wanted to do that. I'm
you know
sorry.
that guys.
I couldn't help it.
You know that guys just want to fuck you. Women know that. You use it to your advantage to get shit, and then when we admit that that's what we want to do, you're like, "Oh, that's what you want to fucking do."
Oh my God! I really wish someone would tell the story about a guy who's getting thrown pussy left and right and doesn't know what to do with it. And it's like a coming of age, and I'm sure he's also fighting with his friends a little bit about like what dorm we're gonna stay in college.
Yeah, this is hilarious. He's got this heavy broad that he's not attracted to, who's this fucking weed dealer.
Yeah.
She's got the best weed.
Yeah.
He knows she wants to fuck him.
What was the rest of the story? Does he want?
Yeah, this is a fucking, come on. Seth Rogen would crush this. Oh, you are in it. You know what? You're hungry. You're like him in that Snickers commercial. I don't even know who
I'm
you
sure
are right now.
Seth Rogen would write a phenomenal transcendent script that Jonah Hill would act out, and it would just be like, wow, is this what it's like?
What is wrong with you? I like all of those people, and I like those movies. You don't like Hot Tub Time Machine?
What is it like to be chubby and awkward and not know what to do with your life?
Oh, why are you being a jerk?
I don't know.
You're being a jerk.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're hungry.
I'm being a little bit of a jerk.
Apologize to Seth Rogen.
I'm also
Jonah Hill.
I'm a little
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, you are. You're a little out of sorts here.
Okay.
All right, you're burning bridges in this town, sweetie. Let me tell you something. Those bridges don't come back.
What's the rest of the story? So
But she sells the best weed in the area. I don't want to not fuck her and then have her cut me off. But at the same time, I feel that if I do fuck her, then I'm no better than an addicted crack whore doing a line off some fat guy's dick.
Maybe.
So guess what? When it comes down to it, do I fuck my ugly drug dealer for good cheap weed?
Oh my God!
Or do I just find a new dealer with super herb and pay more money? Thanks. Hope all is well with you, ginger fuck. Because you're ginger fuck.
Have you ever heard the expression "don't shit where you eat"?
Yeah.
Don't fuck your weed dealer.
Yeah. Don't fuck her.
This is a business relationship. Keep it business.
Should he lie and start talking about how he has a girlfriend?
No, just buy weed from her and just let it be business.
Yeah. Stop smoking with her.
And also, I mean, maybe she's desperate for your cock, but maybe you're reading into it. She might be trying to fuck you and the next dude. She's a drug dealer. She's a drug dealer. She's hustling. She's hustling for customers. She's hustling for dick. Don't get excited. You're not the only one, bruh.
So you think? Yeah, but she's giving it away for next to nothing. If she does that, she's not going to make any money.
True. She's making it in other ways. I don't know. I feel like just don't fuck your weed dealer. That just sounds like a disaster written all over it. Or get yourself a really good connect now. Have that in your back pocket. So if you do decide to, the only reason why you would fuck your weed dealer is if you actually want to fuck her, not because you're so desperate for the best weed ever. Have you really had the best weed in your entire city? Probably not. So calm down. Don't bang.
He's got a dealer.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're kind of into the habit. You're not just going, hey, can I get a hit off that? When you fucking go in there week after week to the point that your
weed dealers are a dime a dozen, though. It's not like it's a specialty.
But I'm just saying, this fucking chick he's buying so much weed off him, she's developing feelings for him.
She's not. He might be cute.
Jesus.
And she might have a little crush, but it's not that my point is it's not that serious. Don't fuck your weed dealer unless you want to have a problem with your weed dealer, and you don't want to have a problem with a drug dealer. Trust me.
Weed dealer wants to fuck one of her customers.
Of course, I completely believe it. I'm just saying, just don't go there. It's not worth it. That's my bottom line.
She's usually not this grumpy, you guys.
I'm not grumpy.
All right, three-way relationship. Sir Billiam of Orange. I like that one. It's very. I feel like I just got knighted. with a fucking creamsicle. Three-way relationship, Sir Billiam of Orange. Thanks for the podcast, man. I'll try to keep this short. So my girlfriend and I are 25 and have been together for about 4 years. Things aren't great, but they aren't horrible either. Recently, we've started hanging out more with her best friend. And whenever we hang out, it's always a great time. Her friend has been in a bit of a relationship dry spell lately. And recently, my girlfriend told me that they've been discussing the possibility of us starting a three-way relationship. All right. Okay, I don't need to read any more. Do it. Oh, wait, he says, my girlfriend and I have already gone down this road before with minimal complications, but that was primarily a sex-only relationship, whereas this new one would probably be more serious. What are you, fucking Jack Tripper? How would it be more serious? You going to live with the two of them? That was a Three's Company reference for anybody under the age of 50. The problem is I'd really like to date the friend. I think that we could make this trio work, but I could see myself liking the friend more than my current girlfriend and fucking the whole thing up for everyone. I also think that breaking up with my girlfriend after 4 years just to date her best friend is a cunt move and therefore is off the table. Finally, the fucking question. Sorry. So should I encourage this three-way as it's the only way I'll ever get to date the friend, which seems quite cunty, or should I just break up with the girlfriend, forget about the whole thing, and move west to start fresh? Thanks again and go fuck yourself. P.S. Come do a gig in Maine before you get too big for your freckles. And only do stadium gigs. First of all, sir, you are a fucking hero, and you are living a life right now that most men only fantasize about, myself included. That's fucking tremendous. That is a tremendous situation to have yourself in. You know what I say? I say you fuck them both, then you dump her, and then you move west and start afresh. That's what you do. And that's not a dirty move, okay? Because what your girlfriend is doing, all right, she's into women, she's into both, but you're not going to marry this woman, all right? This girl, she's rogue. She's a renegade. She's going to get a pilot's license, fly around the fucking world. This is Amelia Earhart, man. You don't tie this woman down. All right? Fuck that. You're not going to marry her. You know you're not. But you want to fuck her friend. All right? So why don't you just do it? I say you fuck them both. All right? It's not a cunt move. They brought it up. You don't think your girlfriend's being selfish here? She's not. She's sitting there risking her friendship with her girlfriend to drag you into the fold. The whole thing's there's no fucking relationship here, sir. You're a fuckstick. And by all means, let them use you as such. Get yourself some condoms. Have a great time. I'd have my suitcase packed right outside the fucking bedroom door. Right? Then do the Porky Pig. Yeah. That's all, folks, and you're fucking out of there. God bless you. God bless you. But that's, Jesus Christ, people shit on Maine. People make fun of that state. That's considered a problem in Maine, everybody. It's God's country up there. Blue potatoes, fresh air. Fucking threesomes. They got to do something to stay warm. All right, fiance's wedding plans. Hey there, Billy Blue Bland? The fuck is that? First, let me say I can't wait to see you in Orlando on May 7th. I don't know why I haven't seen you perform live yet, but you are the last on my top 10 comedians to see before I die. Oh, Jesus. There's way more that you should see than that, but I'm very flattered that I am one of the 10. Okay, so he says, I've been engaged for 3 years now. All right, dumper. You don't want to marry her. Do I really need to read the rest of this? Who the fuck is engaged for 3 years? He said, and me and my lady are in the first steps of finally planning our wedding. I am simple and am okay with something small and would rather save money for our honeymoon and down payment on the house. And let me guess, she wants to spend a ton of fucking money. My fiance wants a destination-themed wedding. I'm not opposed to compromise and have a destination wedding, but she wants the theme to be the Little Mermaid in Hawaii. She's adamant about this and has these horrible outfits picked out for the whole wedding party to wear, including myself as Neptune. I don't believe this. I'm calling bullshit. But you know what? As always, I'll read it like it's true. I'm 37 and she is 28, if that matters. I sincerely love her, but she won't let this go, and I absolutely refuse to go through with that. I don't want to lose her in my life, but I've tried everything I can think of to talk her out of it, and honestly, it's a deal breaker for me. Please tell me your thoughts, and if you have any advice, I'd be very grateful. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. All right, well, this isn't a joke question. You've been engaged for 3 fucking years. Okay, that's weird. I think there's something going on there. And, you're a little bit country. She's a little bit rock and roll. Remember that the old fucking Donnie and Marie show? Usually sometimes opposites, she's that part of you. She completes you. I don't think she's, this is a shit show. If this is true, do you understand that when you inevitably get divorced from this fucking woman that you are going to get no sympathy from anybody? It will first be, oh my God, a divorce. I heard, other than losing a loved one, that's the most stressful thing ever. But when you tell the story that you dressed like Neptune at your own fucking wedding, right then everybody's going, yeah, well, I fucking told you. Yeah, dude, you walk away from it. You're 37. You're fine. You'll meet somebody else, okay? You don't have a biological clock. This is one of the great things about being a dude, But it all balances out because we die 8 years before them, so they get the little bit, live a little bit longer. Sitting in that coffee house, eating those fucking weird chocolates. He said, oh, this is somebody else's. I'm sorry. I thought that's how he signed off. Yeah, I would walk away from this whole fucking thing. How many more red flags need to be shook in your face? You just walk away from the whole fucking thing. Oh my God, dude, what kind of fucking issues does she have that she wants to have? Oh my God. She one of those women that has that goo goo gaga creepy ass fucking voice. She talks like she's fucking 6. Oh God, that gives you the fucking chills. Can you be a fucking adult over here? What if you wanted a Scooby-Doo themed fucking wedding, right? You wanted her to dress like fucking that with the Janine Garofalo redheaded one, and her sister to dress like Daphne, and you were going to be fucking Shaggy. And the best man was going to dress like Fred with that scarf around his fucking... Why I don't believe that question. I just don't, okay? And if you fucking marry her, you deserve it. And when you come crying up to me, I'm going to steal from that fucking tour guy. I fucking told you. All right, this one's titled, Oh, Jesus. Dear Billy Goat Fuckface. There's a new one. I am a 23-year-old man from Paducah, Kentucky. Now, why would you tell me that? I didn't want to read that. There's probably 18 people in your town, right? Needless to say, there isn't much to do. About 5 months ago, I met a girl who was 2 years younger than me and moved into town from fucking East Cungamunga. We hit it off almost instantly. It was great. You know what? I'm going to have somebody bleep out this city. All right? I got to have him bleep out the city and the state. He goes, we hit it off almost instantly. It was great. She is beautiful, educated, and has a great ass. Sorry. A little Al Pacino for you. We took things slow, and I found that to be something unique in today's time. Most girls give it up within a day or two, but she wanted to take things slow, and I appreciated that. I found myself falling head over heels for this girl. I hadn't been with anyone in over 2 years, and I felt that I felt as if she was a sign that maybe there was a bit of hope in this world to be happy, and she communicated with me that she felt the same way. Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, we went out to a bar, and we had some drinks, played some pool, and had a great time, and ended up getting a little frisky with each other. I drove her home totally expecting that tonight would be the night I was going to bang this beautiful woman. When we reached her driveway, we started making out in the car and asked if she wanted to come in. She got real quiet and said under her breath, yes, but. And, of course, I said, but what? And that's when she told me she is a transsexual. I literally yelled. I was so shocked by what I heard, I could hardly keep myself together, and I told her, him, whatever, that I wasn't going to go upstairs with her, and I would call her tomorrow. And she got out of the car crying and said, I was born this way, like some Lady Gaga shit. Wait a minute, what is transsexual? Like a hermaphrodite? Wait a second. Ah, Jesus, Bill, you're too fucking dumb. Why do you guys write me? Is this the fun part of it? Just finding out how fucking dumb I am? Transsexual. This is hilarious. Now I have this on my search engine. Transsexual. And Nia will use my computer and look up like transcontinental, and transsexual is going to come up. Bill, is there something we need to talk about? Transsexual. Here we go. A person who's undergone a sex change operation. A person whose sexual identification is entirely with the opposite sex. All right, well, that just made me even more confused. So if you had an operation, how were you born this way? Or the person saying, I just identified with being a female. Oh, I see. Okay, so so the dude had a sex change operation. Okay. He goes, I haven't spoke to her since. It's S-I-N-C-E, not S-E-N-C-S-E. That night, besides a few text messages. She's going on about how much she loves me and she is sorry she didn't tell me sooner. It's even gone as far as me having to turn off my phone because she won't stop calling. I've never been pursued like this before. What do I do? Part of me actually feels bad, but I can't see myself banging an ass every night while my sweaty balls slap against her sweaty balls. Now, wait a minute. I thought the person had the operation. Don't they remove that? You know, I don't fucking know. Regardless of how gay this may sound, I still think she's incredibly hot. I knew it was too good to be true. Should I tell her that I'm just not interested anymore and completely cut her off, or should I be her friend? Or should I go bang her ass? It's weird. The thought of banging her ass excites me, but the thought of her junk swinging around makes me want to throw up just thinking about it. Thanks, Bill, and come do a show in such and such state sometime, you fuck. What should you do? I don't know. I honestly don't know. What's funny is you're literally just like, you're mentally where she is sexually. You know? I don't know. Like, it's like you're standing on the state line and you got a foot in either state. Just like her. You know? So I think your emotions are normal. And I hate when fucking people get offended by this shit. And they go, that's fucking you. You know, they get all offended like that dude is now a woman. It's like, no, that is a dude that fucking is a different kind of dude now. You know, that's not a woman. It's still a dude. It's just a different kind of dude. You know what it's like? You ever see when somebody buys an old car and they take all the chrome off it? They want that nice clean look. Yeah, that's what they do to their crotch. You know, that's a dude that took the chrome off. You know, I don't know what to tell you, other than I don't know. Do like that fucking. I don't know. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Is what I would say. Let me go back and read what you said. Should I tell him I'm not interested anymore? Complete cut her off. All right. Part of me actually feels bad because I can't see myself banging an ass every night while my sweaty balls slap against her sweaty balls. Well, if it makes you feel better, I don't think the balls are there anymore. Although they might have kept them like a hood ornament. I have no idea. Oh, Jesus. I really am a moron. Regardless of how gay this may sound, I still think she's incredibly hot. You know, why don't you just split the difference and get a blowjob? I don't know what to tell you. That's so funny. I knew it was too good to be true, this poor bastard. I would say this. I'd say you'd want to sit on that decision. Don't be like the Baltimore Colts in the 1983 draft. Did you guys just watch that 30 for 30 where they immediately walked up 2 seconds in and they selected John Elway? You know, rather than fucking waiting the full 2 minutes or whatever to see if anybody gave him an offer. And then they ended up with nothing. I'd sit on this one for a minute. And I think that this person's actually pursuing you the way that they are because they're in a desperate situation. Which is, the whole thing is, in reality, the whole thing is unfortunate. You know, people should be able to be who they are. You should be able to like who you like. And that person should be able to, from day one, say that they're transsexual without getting judged. The reason why they didn't say it was because they were worried about this fucking moment here, which once again is another sad, depressing thing about humanity. I would say follow your heart, sir. You know, and not your balls if you really want to find love. There you go. Balls in your court. No pun intended. Sticking it to the X. Should I? All right, right out of the gate I could tell you no, but let me hear the story. I'm 28 and I found out about you and I'm going to get right to it. My ex-wife and I had been together for about 5 years before we decided to get married right after university. Her family was religious, so we couldn't live together first, so that seemed like the next step. As a new grad, was working hard trying to get work in my field and basically starting at the bottom but slowly getting my footing. She was working at the same bank she had since high school and through university and was finally moving up the ranks. Fast forward a year and a half into our marriage and she's getting promoted to manage a bank downtown. She gets a good raise and things are looking good for me, or so I thought. Then a week after she starts this job, she lays it on me. She wants to know what it's like to be single again. She never really wanted to get married, and apparently she feels that the spark isn't there anymore. There's no other guy, but she just doesn't like who I am anymore, and there was nothing in the 6 years of us being together worth saving. Oh, Jesus. Well, listen, kudos to her for being fucking honest and not wasting another 5 years of your life. So he goes after some self-reflection and a bit of counseling, a bit of boozing with friends, and an amazingly insightful mushroom trip, I realized this is a blessing in disguise. She doesn't like who I am anymore, like there was something wrong with me other than taking her shit and being committed to her for almost 6 years. Okay, this is understandable anger. I get it. Get it out of you. He says, fuck her. We had no kids, not many assets at this point, a dog that I get. It was a get-out-of-jail card, a guilt-free way, clean way to get out from under the hoof of an oppressive cunt of a wife who had turned me into a shadow of my former self, content with being fucked maybe once a month. We both move out and put our place up for sale. All right. No, I don't think that this guy really feels that this woman is a cunt. He's just saying this because she fucking dumped him. He goes, I immediately gave myself a no-contact policy, blocked her on Facebook, and could only talk about business with her until we got through the separation negotiations in June. There you go. It's a strong move. I like it. Then silence. The other policy I gave myself was to say yes to any opportunity that was presented. This helped me make this past summer the best of my life, full of trips and sleeping with new girls, hotter and younger than her, older and uglier. It didn't matter. I was saying yes. Well, for the love of God, wear a condom, sir. Even after finding out from one of her friends a few months later that she had been dating/living with this guy she had worked with since about a month after she left me. Yeah, this girl is like, she goes from relationship to relationship. Anyways, he said, I didn't break the no content policy. I didn't want her to think I gave two shits about her anymore. This guy, by the way, I had met on many occasions at work functions, and even when it came out for her birthday that year, I fucking told her that this dude is into you. I don't like him. But she would say, oh, he's just a friend. He's a fucking snake in the grass. Oh, this guy, he's like so angry he's not even writing in complete sentences. He's this fucking snake in the grass, but she's a whore. I'm not an idiot, so I can guess that this wasn't just a lucky coincidence. They both happened to be single together, and likely why things moved so fast. Regardless, I kept to my policy. Now, almost a year later, I'm in the best shape of my life after losing 40 pounds. Good for you, man. Good for you. This is great. Just started a new job where I make as much as her and in my field. Have a hotter girlfriend and have won all the mutual friends we had that were worth keeping. So why do you need revenge? He goes, all is good, but I've been feeling like a bit of a bitch for not taking her to task on all of this shit, especially now that we've been separated for almost a year and soon can be legally divorced in Canada. I think it's time to finally confront her and break her. So I would like to take this bitch down, and my advice on how to go about it would be great. Sorry about the length, and thanks for any help. Dude, you're already taking her down. They say the greatest revenge is a life well lived. You're doing it. You lost 40 pounds. You have a hotter girlfriend. Just keep saying yes. I go easy with the sleeping around, dude. You don't want to catch anything, man. But, you know, just go live your life. Leave her in the dust. Okay? She's going to check out your Facebook page. She'll see your pictures. You really want to get back at this girl? Don't ever talk to her again. And just live this awesome life. Marry a beautiful woman. Keep yourself in great shape. And just know, every once in a while, she's going to check in. And I guarantee you, unless this guy, they just had this ridiculous spark at work, then God bless him. She found who she should have been with, as will you. And it's all good. Or she's a serial monogamous, whatever the fuck it is. I'm so dumb. She goes from relationship to relationship. And eventually this dickhead snake in the grass at the bank is going to get the same speech. Or he might give it to her. He might be one of these creeps that it turned her on that she's in a relationship, and he can be fucking banging this chick. You know? Fuck them. Fuck them with their banker sex. They probably have to wear masks. You know? Have some sort of ritual. Anyways, yeah, dude, don't do that. Don't do that, because you know what you're doing when you walk up to her and you fucking go, let me tell you something, you fucking cunt, blah, 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 blah. Women are too smart for that shit. She's just sitting there going like, wow, he still does care. Wow, he lost that weight because of me. Not because he's actually a better person than I thought he was. All right? Don't do that. She wins. If you confront her, she fucking wins. Just keep doing what you're doing. Yelling at her like she's in the room, but she isn't. Scream at your windshield. Okay? But keep saying yes in life. Keep going after your dreams. And just live this fucking awesome life. And maybe one day, who knows, you go to the same mall, you show up with your hot wife and your beautiful kids. She shows up. She's fat, you know. Then you'd be like, just give her a nod. Hey, that's what you could have been with Johnny Six-Pack over here. Oh, and you just keep going. You take your kids for an ice cream, and you get yourself a sherbet. Not eating birthday cake. Huge fan of the podcast as a 27-year-old who works in a stereotypical white-collar suburban office. I thoroughly enjoy listening to your bi-weekly rants at my desk. Wonderful, man. Speaking of which, I work in the corporate offices of a sales and distribution company that has about 50 employees, but only about 15 people work in my specific office location, which means that about once every motherfucking month, we gather in the big conference room and do the cliche, awkward office happy birthday song. Oh, no, with candles and cake routine and all of that. What I am by no
Okay, while I am by no means a health nut, I also try very hard to take care of my body during the workday by eating properly and drinking lots of water. I've also gotten really into bike racing over the past years, which has taught me a lot about the importance of nutrition, etc. So the thought of eating a giant piece of chocolate cake at 2:30 in the afternoon when my eyes are practically bleeding from staring at a computer screen all day would do nothing but make me feel like absolute shit, and I really have no interest. Very smart. This is why, for the past couple of years, I've politely turned down every piece of birthday cake that has been offered to me at these aforementioned ceremonies. Unfortunately, I am the only one of my coworkers, most of whom are women, who has adopted this no-cake philosophy. So every single time I stick out like a sore thumb after I decline the piece that is passed to me, at which point I have to deal with this wave of passive aggression from these ladies regarding my decision to abstain from this sacred ritual. I also share a birthday with one of my coworkers, so I am spared some of the awkwardness that goes along with refusing cake on my own birthday, but still made out to be some kind of monster. Okay, Jesus, going on and on here. Well, I have no intention of succumbing to the peer pressure brought forth by my colleagues. This might be the best written fucking letter I've ever had on the podcast. Is it possible that I'm being rude by not sharing in the celebration? What's more is that even if I found out people did feel that I was being douchey by not eating cake, I still wouldn't give a shit what they think. Does this make me a sociopath? No, it doesn't. It makes you somebody who knows what he wants, and everybody else is, you know... You just get, you know what, you need to just get a little space here. Couple of little verbal, you know how the great ones create space in all, football, hockey, basketball. You don't have to do that in baseball, but you know what I mean? The great ones create space, okay? So what you have to do is you have to tap into your greatness and you have to create space, okay? And just say, look, people, it's not that I'm not happy that it's your birthday. I just don't want to become a lard ass. I mean, I'm not being a dick here, but, a lot of you, I'm not going to say who, over the years, your slacks just keep getting bigger because you keep eating all this fucking cake. All right? You're blowing out your bodies. And I'm not going to be a part of it. And a part of me dies every time I watch you guys eating this shit. But if that's what you want to do, by all means, go ahead and do it. But I'm not going to become a fucking cow like most of you guys are. Half of you should have bells around your fucking necks, all right? There you go. You just, right there. They'll never ask you for cake again. You probably won't even get invited. That's what that's what Sidney Crosby would do, right? Mario Lemieux, the great ones. They create space. No, dude, you're not a sociopath, all right? You're doing the right thing, I don't know. I don't know why women like sweets so much, I like sweets. I'm just a big fruit basket. I actually like sweets, but when I stay away from them for a while, if you really abstain from fucking desserts and everything, if you walk into a place that has a bunch of crazy desserts, it doesn't even look like edible for human consumption. You know what I mean? I always said it looks like clown food. You know what I mean? Like a clown sneezed. Especially if it's really like a lot of like fruits and fucking whipped cream and all of that shit. Just it looks ridiculous. It's all these crazy colors, greens and purples, right? You're doing the right thing, is all I'm saying. You're doing the right thing. You're into bike racing, you're working out. This is the deal. You actually got a chance of banging one of those fucking cake-eating broads in your section because they're going to see, like, half of them are probably just testing you. The other half are fucking probably codependent fucking cake eaters, and they feel guilty, and they know that after they eat that, then that sugar's going to be in their veins, and then they're going to go back to their desk and they're going to start eating a handful of fucking cheddar flavored goldfish, just shoving them down, I bet if you walked around your little section of your cubicles and you looked at their keyboards, I bet their keyboards are greasy. I bet there's crumbs in them. I don't know. You know what? I think you're too good to work there. What do you think about that? That's what I got out of that fucking letter. All right. Unexpected pregnancy. Oh, Jesus, these are rough this week. Unexpected pregnancy. Bill, absolutely love the podcast and the stand-up. You're like a skinny Louis C.K. Or conversely, Louis C.K. is like a fat Bill. I really wish I didn't read that. Anyway, now I get dragged into it.
And I'm not exactly skinny anymore. I've been enjoying the high life lately. Miller. Anyway, to business. I'm a 24-year-old guy from Sydney, Australia, who's run up against a big problem. Last November, I lost a well-paying job due to an anxiety disorder I've developed over the years. I've sought out treatment, been through therapy, had all sorts of diets and breathing exercises, and although recently it's been much more manageable, it unfortunately wasn't enough to hold on to my high-pressure job. You know what, dude? It was probably the job. Granted, I have no medical background whatsoever, but I really don't, when you have to, eat a kumquat and start going just so you can fucking go to work. Hello? Oh, Nia, how are you? Sorry, just saw the door open. The lovely Nia, everybody. Oh, you're busy. Okay. I was letting you know that I was here. Oh, okay. All righty. Bye. I'll see you. Okay. Yeah, dude, when you have to fucking do shit like that just to go to work, it's probably the job. And considering you developed it over the years, let me guess, was it as you got this fucking high-pressure job? I don't know. So anyways, currently I'm looking for a more low-key job. Anyways, 3 days after I'm let go, I get a call from a friend I'd had drunken, unprotected sex with. The only reason why I went back to our house was that our house was within walking distance from the pub. We share a bed, and nature takes its course. Oh, my God. It was, of course, a risk, and like any idiot male, I just assumed nothing would happen. Turns out I'm going to be a dad come August, after a mere one sexual indiscretion. I've known this woman for over 3 years. She's successful, smart, witty, and we get on really. We get on really well. She is, sorry, there was a big space in a new paragraph. I'm not that dumb, people. Please still believe in me. She's been up until now childless, and you can understand her reasonings for wanting to keep the spawn. She expects me to play an active role in the parenting game, and to be honest, that's something I am wholeheartedly prepared to do. That's so fucked up. They, make the decision. I mean, because it is their body. They have to go through the procedure, but it's just really, you're really just, you're just a fucking jizz hose. That's really all we are. We were both irresponsible, and we should both have to pick up the pieces and work shit out. Here's the problem. She wants me to move in with her. Fuck that! Fuck that. Before I read any more of this, fuck that. Anyways, in fact, she's demanded I moved in with her. Double fuck that. She's making demands? Go fuck yourself. All right? I wish you did that earlier. I wouldn't have been in this situation. I can't help thinking that this arrangement would descend very quickly into mutual resentment and unhappiness and would eventually be a detrimental environment for the kid. Abso-fucking-lutely. I've lived with friends in the past, and if a dirty kitchen can cause irritation, I don't know how a shitting, drooling, screaming baby will fly under the radar. I want to move somewhere close by so I can share the parenting duties, but I don't see how moving in is a better solution. She is also asking for financial support to the tune of half, which the shit I've spelt out above surely makes this impossible. She's tit deep in an already blossomed career, and I'm doing my best to stay away from the dole, or as Americans say, welfare. So I'm asking advice on two things. How do I relay my moving in doubts to a hormonal pregnant woman without hurting her feelings or making her feel like she has to go at it alone? And how can I spell it out to her that I won't be able to be there for the baby financially in the way she wants? Jesus Christ, dude. What else? And how do you fucking jump to the moon? By the way, when she told me about the pregnancy and oh Jesus arrived fully formed in my mouth, go fuck yourself, cunt. You just have to have an adult conversation with her. Just be like, look, who's kidding who? We're not in love with one another. You're not my soulmate. I'm not your soulmate. But we're both adults, and we did this, so we have to take responsibility. Okay? I would still like to meet my soulmate, and I imagine you would too. And we're not going to be able to do that if we're basically pretending to be a couple, which we're not. We're not, okay? Just look at the baby like it's like a timeshare condo. Sorry. No, just to tell you're not going to move in. I'm not moving in with you. I'm going to support you 100% with the baby, 100%. But I'm not moving in. And when she says, why? Just be like, because I'm not in love with you. We're not getting married. We screwed up. And now we're doing the right thing. But, yeah, I'm not moving in. And what's she going to do? Grab you by the throat, make you move in? No, fuck this. And the fact that she's making these demands, she wants half of your money. Well, this is the deal, dude. You knocked a girl up, and now you got a kid coming. So you got to go make some money. All right? And you do have to support the kid. This is one of these fucked up things. If she's got a great career, why does she need half of your salary? You know what I mean? If you had a great career, she wouldn't even fucking work. Why don't you say this? All right, how about this? Why don't I be Mr. Mom? I'll stay home with the kid and you go out and work and you support me. I'll wear a fucking apron. Have at it, lady. Go put on your Nancy Reagan power suit and fucking have at it. Yeah, dude, look. What do you... I know, you got the double whammy here. I wouldn't do a double header here. Although the conversation might go in that direction, but I would definitely not tell her that I'm moving in with her. There's no fucking way. There's no way that that's happening. All right? There's no way that that's happening. Because I'm not in love with you. And let her hem, let her haw, let her cry, let her scream, let her throw shit, let her do whatever the fuck she wants to do. You're not moving in with her, sir. All right? Don't do it. Don't go to bed with a price on your head. No. Don't do it. Sorry, Beretta. Don't fucking do it. All right? And then as far as, like, supporting your kid, you got to do it. You got to give her the money. You can't have this kid is in an unbelievably unfortunate situation. You have to make the best of it. And you guys have to be friends. And that's another reason for not moving in. You know, what are you going to sleep in the same bed? Like you're married, like you love each other? I mean, you can't fucking do it. So, I don't know. But as far as the money thing, yeah, you got to go out and start making some money. And if you have to sleep on a fucking futon or whatever, believe me, that's going to be better than having, some 18-year-old kid someday who had a shit childhood because of you, and then you got to deal with that and then try and put the pieces together when you're on your fucking deathbed. You don't want to do that either. But as far as moving in, fuck that. Move close by. And that's it. It's not up for discussion. Okay? And she can make all the fucking demands she wants to. Demands. Fucking dope. She made a mistake too. What the fuck she'd making demands out of you for? Furthermore, why the fuck why you worried about it? All right? She can't force you to move in, so fuck her. All right? With a condom next time, sir. All right. Boyfriend doesn't want a dog. I don't even know how to say this. Hey, Billy. Is that a French word? B-E-T-E with the little hat on the first E. Now I got to look it up. You know what happens when I do this shit. All right. French to English translation. There we go. Oh, that means stupid. You fucking asshole. Hey, Billy Stupid. So anyways, here we go. Billy Bet. Billy Stupid. All right. I'm a long-time lady listener. I love your stand-up specials, and F is for Family is amazing. Thank you. Nice work. Thank you. Thanks again. I'm 29, and I just moved away from Seattle to San Antonio with my Air Force pilot boyfriend. Oh, all right. How does that one go? Off we go into the wild blue yonder. This is my first time living away from home, and he's gone a lot for work. I thought it would be a good idea for us to get a dog to keep me sane. I love animals and was a part-time dog walker in Seattle. My boyfriend, however, has never owned a pet in his life and isn't hot on the idea of having a dog. He's from Iowa, and he believes livestock shouldn't live indoors. Oh, Jesus. I've owned cats and dogs my entire life. In fact, I had to leave my 17-year-old cat behind in Seattle, and it broke my heart. Can you offer any persuasive words to help bring him around, or should I just drop it? Thanks for the laugh, and go fuck yourself. How do you bring him around? Well, you can do what my wife did, and you foster, air quote, a rescue dog. That's what happens. You foster a rescue dog, which means, yeah, just have it for the weekend. And as the bit went in my act, I went from, there's no fucking way I'm keeping this dog, and in a 48-hour period, went all the way to, oh my God, this thing's going to die someday. How am I emotionally going to be able to handle this? You could do that. This is what I would do. Either way, no matter how this works out, I would get a small dog. Okay? Small dogs, small problems. Okay? Small expenses, small shits to pick up as you're housebreaking the fucking thing. House training, whatever the fuck it is. It's not a horse, Bill. You don't ride the thing. How would you do this? Well, it sounds like he doesn't want to do it. Why would he call it livestock? It's not livestock. It's a fucking pet. I don't know. You know what it is? This is the thing. If you foster a dog, this is what's going to happen. So this guy grew up on a farm, or he grew up in Iowa. This is the thing. When you fucking come home on a farm, a cow's not flipping out and excited to see you. Neither is a horse. They can do little things, but nobody gets excited like a fucking dog. You know what I mean? It's like Dick Vitale. Oh, baby! He's a primetime player, right? Every time you come home, your dog flips out like you just dunked the ball on a fast break and the other team called timeout. That's the way your dog fucking reacts. Now, I know from experiences when I was just a boy and I would walk to school and I used to feed this horse every day on the way. Bill, is this a Tom Sawyer movie? No, it isn't. This was my childhood. And I remember one time it wouldn't come over, so I walked away, and when I looked back, it was doing that walk where it was nodding its head and flipping out for whatever fucking reason. It was like playing hard to get. So I know that they can, I guess on some level, show a certain level of emotion. But like, I think maybe, I don't know what kind of dog. If you get a little dog that has a nice mushed up face, you know, maybe like one of those French bulldogs. Something that snores and farts. Your boyfriend can find it funny. I have no idea. Maybe a dog like that, but I find it hard to fucking believe. Unless he grew up on a farm, and anybody who grew up on a fucking farm on a certain level, like they got this cold-bloodedness to them. You know what I mean? They've just seen too much. They've seen fucking animals slaughtered, you know? You know, like when they were a kid, like their dad goes, "You want chicken for dinner? Is that what you want? Quit your crying. You want chicken for dinner? All right, you come out here. You come out here, right? Come on out. Which one's it going to be? Dad, I don't want chicken anymore. No, you said you want a chicken. Now pick one out. Boy, if you don't I'm going to fucking have you for dinner. If you, all right, that one. Then he fucking just grabs it, puts it on the chopping block, and then hands that kid the fucking cleaver. Go on, do it. I said do it! Right? They lived through that at like the age of 6. So they don't look at animals the way we do. And I got to be honest with you. I remember one time I saw this guy shoot a fucking cow because it was bullying the other fucking... It was shot a steer because it was bullying the other steer. They couldn't figure out why they'd come back, the next morning and like 2 or 3 cows looked like they fucking... Somebody tried to extrapolate some fucking information from them, right? Is that the right word? I don't know. That they got slapped around. Like they walked into a door and they couldn't figure, who the fuck's slapping the shit out of these steer? And it turned, they figured out which one it was, so they were like, all right, we got to kill this fucking thing, but here's the deal. We don't want the thing to be stressed before it's killed because that'll affect the taste of the meat. So what they do is they just sort of, they just sort of pen it in, and how you doing? Doopy-doopy-doo. And then they just fucking take out a gun. Blam! They fucking kill it, right? And I was like, oh my God. So then the guy had like this tractor, and they tied up the back of its legs. They tied up its back legs, and then they just lifted it up off the ground. Then they gutted the fucking thing. All the blood's pouring out, all the fucking entrails, and I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, I'm never eating meat again. This is fucking horrific, right? And then once they fucking chop the head and the legs off, and they get the fur, the hide off, and they started chopping it up, I went from like, oh my God, I'm never eating meat again, to my mouth watering, going, holy fuck, look at all those steaks. And this guy was cutting them in like 4-inch fucking slabs, like Fred Flintstone fucking steaks. And it's just like, dude, you could literally eat yourself to death and not get a third of the way through that fucking cattle, or what, a steer, whatever the fuck it is. So I think the thing about it is if he grew up in Iowa anywhere near a farm, that's how they look at animals. They look at it like, this is a food source. And don't get too emotionally attached to it. Keep it outside. Do not give it a fucking name. And when it can't make you any more money, you give it the old fucking right there, Fred. So he might be a lost cause. You know what I mean? And as bad as that might be for you, I got to tell you, like, the fact that he can wall off those feelings like that is great if you ever have an intruder. Because God help him when the intruder gets those farm hands around him. Fucking throwing bales of hay since he was 4 years. Like a farm boy strength. Jesus Christ. That fucking, all those fucking, every offensive lineman for Nebraska just grew up fucking punching steer in the goddamn head. The fucking maniacs. So the fact that he grew up in Iowa, it might be a lost cause. So I would just say try fostering a dog and try to just get one that is cool and chills. But if your boyfriend's active, maybe you want something that's a little more athletic. But like, you can have a dog that just wants to chill while you watch the fucking game. I mean, that's the best. That's why I love my dog. My dog is fucking shredded. It makes me want to work out. But then also, it is down to take a nap any fucking time you want. It's not like those sheep herding fucking lunatic dogs that have like ADD, and if you don't give it a project, it starts fucking eating the door, But anyways, good luck with that shit. Boxing or porn? Jesus Christ, there's a fucking wide variety on this one. Dear Bill, I'm facing a dilemma in my life, and I was hoping to gain an outside opinion. I'm a 20-year-old male, and I've always had aspirations of becoming a professional boxer. However, I have a problem. I fear that I'm addicted to sex. What? I already don't believe this. This is such a fucking left turn. I don't even believe. This is causing problems in my relationship with my fiance. I'm absolutely in love with this woman. She goes out of her way to make me happy. Sorry, I got the hiccups. I wolfed down my breakfast before this. She goes out of her way to make me happy, sacrifice so much just to be with me, and also pleasures me often. Gross! Why can't you just say you have a wonderful sex life? Pleasures me often. I got to picture you with your head thrown back. Why would you do that to me, you cunt? All right, the only problem is my sexual frustration with her. We have passionate sex many times during the week, but I still want it even more, eventually ending up growing angry and resentful towards her when she doesn't want to. Jesus, dude, go rub one out. And later feeling like an asshole. This brings me to ask myself, should I just fuck for a living? My fiance and past partners have always complimented me on my performance in bed and my stamina. Jesus Christ, this guy's going hard on Memorial Day. Should we have a parade for you? Going up to 3 hours on occasions. I love the sport of boxing and have always worked toward that, but this problem I have sometimes just makes me want to drop everything and go fuck the world. Any advice? This is real or fake. This is great. Any advice you have regarding this problem, my relationship or career path will be greatly appreciated. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Well, look, if you're boxing, you're in great shape. I don't know if you got the porno dick or not, but you definitely got the stamina. But, dude, you don't want to go into that world. If you have other fucking options, you don't want to go into that world. And, there's very few, like the people who seem to make the zillions of dollars, which is still really hard to do at this point because porno has become free, seems to be the women. They seem to be the ones that can be a star just because guys watch, I guess, way more of it. So I would say, Jesus Christ, am I going to tell you to go get your head kicked in or fucking go join the dark world of porn? I would say boxing. This is what I would do if I was you. You know, you usually say if you look, dude, you know something with your fucking sex drive. They always say, you know, boxers right before a big fight they abstain from sex for 10 days, dude. You know, your only problem is you're gonna be coming in there and your balls are gonna feel like they're fucking through the tarmac, whatever the hell you call it, the squared circle. Yeah. I say you keep fucking boxing, you abstain from sex, and hopefully you're good at boxing. You know, that's not a fucking good profession to just be okay at, because you're gonna be fucking, you know, your brain's gonna be mush. Why don't you try the UFC? At least you got a chance that you can tap out. You can just get. I'm not saying you don't get knocked out, you don't take a bunch of headshots in the UFC, but I mean, you can get, you know, an arm bar. I'd rather have an arm bar than be knocked out, because you can tap out before they pop out. You dislocate your elbow. You get choked out, which sounds horrific to me, but every professional fighter I've ever seen is like, dude, I'd much rather get choked out than knocked out. You just go to sleep, and then the ref stops it. You're fine, right? I got to tell you, that's one of the oddest questions I've ever had. I don't know, dude. But God help you. If you become successful as a boxer, you're going to become famous, and God help your relationship then. There's no way to jerk it out of yourself. Go out and lay on the front lawn like one of those sprinklers. Just fucking, you know, shoot all your jizz out and then get on with your fucking day. Go do your road work. Running with your hoodie and your Timberlands on. I don't know what to tell you, dude. That's way beyond me. You sound like you need a therapist. Jesus Christ. I want to believe that one was true. I don't know about that one. Caught cheating. Hey there, Freckles the Clown. I'm a married guy in my mid-30s. I don't want to bore everyone with the details, but I recently got caught cheating on my wife with a 25-year-old lady. The affair went on for about 4 months, and the truth is I really started to like this girl. After getting caught and spending a few nights in a hotel, my wife graciously suggests that we work on our marriage and try to put this mess behind us. We have 2 small children, so all logic points to me agreeing to get the help we need and to move on with our marriage. The only problem is that I can't get this other girl out of my mind. These women are 2 polar opposites of each other. My wife, a professional, more conservative woman, and the other girl is a 25-year-old party girl. I know what the clear answer is, but how do I snap out of this and put this other girl out of my mind? All right, this is a very simple one, sir. First of all, your wife is a saint, all right, that she's going to take you back. And I'm not judging you, all right? I am a man. We've all been there. All right? She is a saint that she's going to fucking take you back. All right? So, you got to treat her like that one. And secondly, what do you do? How do you get this girl out of your mind? Easy. You wake up in the morning, you walk into a bathroom, you close the door, and you rub one out to her. And then you get on with your fucking day. All right? Go in there, close the door, rub one out. When you're done rubbing one out, it's just going to hit you. What am I, out of my fucking mind? Listen how you describe, you know, these women, they're 2 polar opposites. My wife is a professional, more conservative woman, and the other girl is a 25-year-old party girl. Why don't you just say it? Your wife is the kind of girl you marry, and this other girl's a fucking whore. All right? Dude, it's not worth it. Just get it out of you. I'm telling you. If you're any sort of an intelligent human being, the second you rub one out, you're going to be thinking, I don't want to call that other girl.
What am I, a fucking idiot? And you're going to look at your kids. What the hell was I thinking? All right? Other than that, if you don't, you're an idiot. All right? Because this is what's going to happen, sir. You're going to lose your wife. Your kids are going to hate you. You're going to lose your house. You're going to end up on a futon in a studio apartment. And that 25-year-old party girl is going to move on to somebody else. And you're going to be left there with your dick in your hand. So, both scenarios, you end up with your dick in your hand. Would you like to do it in a 4-bedroom house or a fucking studio apartment with empty Chinese food containers all around as you cry yourself to sleep wondering what the fuck happened? Jesus. I gave him the lumber there, didn't I, huh? Those little Luchiks there. I gave him the fucking stick between the balls there.
Open relations. Hi there, Billy Baldbags. What the fuck is up with open relationships these days? I'm a 37-year-old lady, unexpectedly widowed. I'm sorry to hear that. And after 8 years with my husband, I'm getting back out there in the dating world and have discovered a plethora of people who are in open or polyamorous relationships. I don't know what polyamorous means. All right. Open relationship means like, yeah, you know, keep it clean. I don't want to know about it. Don't make sure it's nobody I know. Polyamorous. Amorous. Is a practice or desire for intimate relationships involving more than 2 people. Oh, so they have threesomes together. That's so fucking weird. Does the couple, like, break down the game tape afterwards? Like, I just felt like you licked her pussy a little bit better than mine. You know, do you make, like, halftime adjustments when you switch in positions? Open relationship. This will get me in trouble. Rules to be looking at this online. This is my search engine. Open relationship. 6 rules for doing the whole open relation thing right. 1, don't do it. 2, don't do it. All right, open relationship. All right. Okay, here we go. 1, understand what an open relationship actually is. There's a lot of confusion about what is and what isn't an open relationship. Some people who are in long-distance relationships say they are in an open relationship. They both hook up with whoever, but just don't talk about it. By the word open connotes honesty. All right, so they have to know about it. An open relationship acknowledges that couples can have their needs met by other people. If you're really okay with that, why keep it a secret? All right. It's actually a great point. If you are okay with it, it shouldn't bug you. What'd you do today, honey? Oh, I went down to Home Depot. I had some chick blow me on the way home, and I got a pizza. Oh, that's great. I taped Hunger Games, whatever the fuck they're called, Thunder Games. Make sure you're doing it right, doing it for the right reasons. Are you interested in an open relationship just because you want to be with other people? Or is it that you're interested in physical experiences with other people, but you want to stay committed to sharing your emotional and spiritual self with one person? This is where it gets complicated. Set some boundaries. No anal. Every person's guidelines are different, but there are always things to think about before you enter into an open relationship. Do you both need to be present in order for sex with other people to be okay? Can you be with one gender and not the other? Are certain sex acts off the table? These are all important things. That's like the early days of USC. All right, no more eye gouging. You can't do that thing where the other guy puts the finger in your ass and then you go, all right, I give. All right, that's actually a wrestling move, if you can believe it. Tell your other partners, anyone you hook up with outside your relationship deserves to know the deal. Try say something like, I find you attractive, but you should know my partner and I are in an open relationship, so there's someone else in my life. That way they can be fully informed, okay? Keep it healthy. That's obvious. Have regular checkups. There you go. All right, so now that I'm a little more fucking educated. What the fuck did that just say? Oh, 60 turn-ons for better sex. I thought it was turn-ons for over 60. I think I am a little dyslexic. All right. So she says she's getting in there, and everybody, okay, so there's a bunch of, like, husbands and wives looking to hook up with her, or people who are saying that they're in open relationships. She goes, I've recently started dating a great guy who lives with the mother of his kids in a supposedly sexless domestic partnership.
We have a great connection and we enjoy each other's company, but he doesn't have a lot of extra chill time due to his family commitments. I have kids too, the same age as his even. I keep telling him, let's all hang out together, but he is hesitant, which makes me question the openness of his open relationship. Or maybe he just wants to fuck you. Right? I keep telling him, let's hang out together. Okay. I should have walked away sooner, but he gives really good head. Jesus Christ. I'm not ready for anything too serious. I just wish he had more time to spend with me socially. This seems to be more and more common. These, I'm so cool and modern, I'm going to fuck you and then go home to my wife hipsters. Should I keep seeing this guy? Thanks for your insight. I'm a former Bostonian living in Hawaii. I'm a huge fan. You keep me laughing through some hard times, and I fucking love your old freckled face. Mwah. Oh, thank you. I would say, I don't know. That's all fucking. Look, if you just want to fuck around, but like this guy obviously does, he obviously doesn't want to do anything more. Even if he wasn't with somebody else, if he doesn't want to hang out with you, then that means he just wants to be fuck buddies, which is totally cool if you know that that's the deal. If you're all right with that, I would continue seeing him. If you're not, I would move on. And if you're sick of meeting people like that, I'm sure there's men who, that didn't work. I was going to say men who are sick of meeting women who are in an open relationship. Yeah, guys would be like, yeah, that's cool. You don't want to hang out? Perfect. Up top. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I would. If you're your age, how busy you are and all that shit, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm 10 years older than you, so I'm not talking down to you. You're 37, you got fucking kids. The kinds of people you're going to meet in the civilian world are also going to be married with kids, I'm saying, or divorced, I mean. I would join a dating site. That's what I would do. And just say what you want. I would fucking go out and try and find it. When you're ready. But, you know, as far as all that other shit, I mean, that's up to you. I have no fucking idea. That just made me happy that I'm fucking married. All right. Girlfriend's weight. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Dear Bill, I'm a 21-year-old guy and my girlfriend is 20. We've been talking for about 6 months now, and we just recently decided to make it official. Now, here's the part where I need your expert advice. Oh, Jesus. How should I go about telling her I think she needs to lose weight? She's not a fat ass by no means, but she could lose a few pounds. I sound like an ass. I know I sound like an asshole, I think is what he's supposed to say. Yeah, I know I sound like an asshole, but I care about her and want to see her be more confident. Thanks for the help. I enjoyed the show in Long Beach. How do you say she could lose it? There is no way. What I would do is I would get yourself in great shape and start getting her into hiking with you and but you can't make somebody work out. You can't make somebody get in shape. They either want to do it or they don't. And, that's like a major fucking, you telling a woman she needs to lose a few pounds is like, that's the female equivalent of them saying to you, like, your dick could be a little bigger. It's devastating. I wouldn't say it to her, but, you also got to think, at 20, if they're already getting out of shape at 20 years of age, then what? Then they have a couple of kids. They're going to be a fucking house. I mean, that's just something you got to be honest about. If someone doesn't take care of themselves, and this works both ways too, ladies. Like if you're with some guy and he's in his 20s and he's sitting there and he's already getting man tits, it's not going to get better. And you got to sit there and really just be like, how much do I love this person? Because I'm going to watch them slowly eat themselves to death. Because that's what you're doing. And unfortunately, your chickens start coming home to roost in your 40s. Whatever the fuck you did, whenever you started to go off the rails at 16 or 17 with drinking, drugging, eating, or whatever, right around when you get to your 40s is when the first, like, God damn, that happened to him? I thought that was some old man shit. And you're like, oh, wait, we're in our 40s. Because you'll still feel like you're in your 20s. So, I don't know. I would go a positive route. I would just tell her
We tell her how good she looked. I mean, it's just fucking. I don't. There's no way to do it. There's no. That's a fortress, and there's no door in. You know what I mean? There's no door in on that one. You just have to if you're gonna say it, if you just fucking say it, then you're really risking like hurting her really bad. You know what I mean? And who wants to do that? You don't want to fucking do that. You know. I wonder if women ever feel that way about guys. Like if there's anything like there's like, you know what, you just can't say that to a guy because that will hurt them too much. Do they ever think shit like that? I think shit like that with women. There's just certain things you just don't fucking say. You're like, what is it? All I'm going to do is hurt her and ruin her for the next person when she fucking eventually comes to her senses and dumps me. And then you'll be like, you know what this guy said to me one time? We were going into Wendy's, and I ordered a double cheeseburger, and he interrupted. He said, no. She wants the single. You know, being that guy. No, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I can't tell you this, though. I feel like when you are, you know, aside from just owing it to yourself to try to stay in shape, when you're in a relationship with someone, to just fucking let yourself go. And just become a fat fuck and, you know, to just not have the consideration that somebody is sort of obligated to have sex with you, to just try and remotely keep yourself looking halfway decent. It's really a selfish fucking thing, you know, but we live in the age of a lot of times the victim is considered like the antagonizer. You know what I mean? I would never do that to me. I would never just fucking put on 100 fucking pounds and just come waddling into the fucking bedroom, you know, roll over on top of her. And she would be completely grossed out, and every woman listening to this probably just went, picture that. Me, 100 pounds heavier, naked, sweating on my upper lip, crawling into fucking bed. Yeah. Exactly. Isn't that disgusting? Well, that's a two-way street, sweetheart. You know, we don't want to see you come fucking waddling into the room. You know, your hips taking out the fucking door jamb. You know what I mean? It's not it's not fair to either person. You know, when you really look at it, nobody understands that more than gay guys. I would say that gay guys have the most respect for the fact that someone's going to hook up with them. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're pound for pound in the best fucking shape than anybody else. Or is it because they're trying to attract guys and they know guys are, I can't even say that shallow, because they always say that guys are shallow. When it comes to that, we are. But like, you fucking hold up something shiny, a woman's like, I want that. You know, they're just as bad, right? Ah, Christ, I'm all over the map. Old boyfriend texts wife. Old Billy Cheeseballs.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Just fucking make up names for me.
Oh, okay.
All right. Very happily married for 25 years to the hottest wife and mother of our 3 sons. She's in spectacular shape and beautiful. While on vacation in Palm
It's
Springs.
the most important thing, right? Just keep yourself in shape.
Yeah, we're visual animals. We're visual animals.
I know.
There's a reason why all those gay guys are walking around with six-packs, because they know what they're trying to attract. Yeah.
Don't bring the gays into this.
Do you think all those gay guys want to go to the gym that much? They have to. If they don't, that's the end of the dick train, and they know it. They know it. Oh, they know it. All right. So anyways, while on vacation in Palm Springs, I caught a glimpse of her phone screen and saw a text from PB. PB was asking, how's the weather? So I asked her who PB is. After a little persuasion, she replied, it's Dave. Dave is a boyfriend from her high school years, and he is a former fiancé. This is awful. She promised it was nothing. I asked if they had seen each other.
Why does she have him underneath a different name, though?
Yeah.
That's pretty suspect. When you have the person's name saved under an alias.
PB.
What does PB mean? Wait, is there
Penis. Brilliant. Brilliant penis. She's dyslexic. Penis babe.
Penis babe.
Pussy banger.
Maybe. I'm sure it's something between the two.
It was
of
a
them.
capital P and then a lowercase b. I don't know why he did it. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions what PB would stand for.
Oh, my God. I can
Come
only
on, it's
imagine
fun.
what's gonna come
It's
through
what
Twitter
social
now.
media is all about.
Jesus.
He goes, she promised it was nothing. I asked if they had seen each other or slept together. She said no. I believe her.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. It's a former fiance. Does he mean now? I guess now. Or maybe I just want to believe her. She's otherwise a very honest person. Well, I sent Dave a text, and here's what I said. Oh, beautiful. I'm only going to say this once. You're nothing but a sleazy cocksucker. You've crossed the line of decency. Go fuck yourself. Or better yet, go choke to death on some poor somebody's dick.
Wait, what?
It's a homophobic. He was upset. You know?
Okay.
Never communicate with my wife, capital letters, ever. If you pursue her in any way, I'll cut your dick off with a rusty saw blade and shove it down your throat. I hope you're getting the message here. His
Graphic.
reply, understood. This is the last text, name and number deleted. My question to you is, was I harsh enough with Dave? And I'm not sure what to do about my wife. She deleted him from her contacts, and she said she has no need to ever communicate with him again. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think you need to let it be then. I mean, I have to say, that was masterful, that text that he sent to PB, a.k.a. Dave. I think he got the message with that one.
Now, what do you think? So do you think she banged him?
No, she was probably sending flirting, borderline inappropriate text messages. I bet you're still as beautiful as the day I took you to prom. Oh, hee, like that type of shit. Why are you?
I
why
probably
are you
went a
looking at me
little
like
further
that?
than that. I don't fucking know. He said
Because if it were you, Bill Burr, you probably would have said some, like, that's why you're making that face right now. Because you know how you are. You probably would have said some inappropriate shit over text.
I mean, that's what
Yeah.
texting is.
Is that what texting is?
It is. It's. What is?
Please
How do
explain
I
Please
get to this?
explain texting to us, Bill Burr. Please explain how texting works.
All right. Advice for a fellow ginger.
Oh, moving right
Moving
along
right
from that
along.
one.